What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fab, some besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. We just opened the Moana dolls, and now all I can think about is palm trees and a weekend vacay at the beach. So let's make a little chill spot for the dolls so they can enjoy that ocean breeze. Let's head to the store for a few supplies. I headed over to my local Dollar Tree, looking for fabric that we can use for this project. I was hoping to find something with stripes in a bright color. Ooh, faux fur. My store doesn't have striped fabric, but I did find colorful solids. Maybe we can use these for our project. We're back in the studio and ready to start crafting. I picked up the solid colored fabric, and I was thinking maybe we can just paint our own stripes. Finding fabric is becoming a little bit of a challenge in my area. So sometimes you gotta work with what you got. And I've got some washi tape that I haven't used. So let's take fabric. I paid $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Let's open it up and iron it flat. Then take tape and place it on the fabric in rows, making stripes. Place cardboard or poster board underneath it to protect the surface. Take acrylic paint and a sponge and carefully paint over it, trying to be careful not to go under the tape. I guess we could try to dab it like a stencil going directly from the top, but that's going to take forever, so I'm just going to do this. And truthfully, painting all this fabric is going to take a little bit of time anyway. So I might as well put on a show and enjoy the process. Finished. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I ended up taping it to poster board to stop it from moving around, which helped me to go a little faster. I applied about 2 coats of paint. It's not completely dried yet, but I want to see if it is going to work. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm getting some nice straight lines. So let's remove all the tape when it has dried enough to be tacky and not transfer onto other things. I did end up with a few mistakes where the tape was not secure, but for the most part, we got our striped fabric. Now we can set it aside and allow it to dry. While we wait, let's make a quick backdrop. I often use photography backdrops for my photos. This one is 3 feet wide, but sometimes I can't find the look that I want. And I found that calendars are also a good option. While I was at the dollar store, I checked out the 2026 calendars. I found some with a beach theme, so I checked the back to see the different images, and I grabbed some poster board and headed back to the studio. I got 2 calendars because I need 2 pages for each backdrop. At my store, the calendars ring up at 50 cents each. The black poster board was $1, but white poster board was also 50 cents each. I like to use black poster board when I'm working with calendars, so the grid lines don't shine through. When I'm looking for a picture to use as a backdrop, I try to find scenes where the ocean goes all the way across, so we could put another image next to it and it kind of looks like it just continues. This one is a good example of that. This one might work, and that one too. This calendar gives me a picture that is a little under 12 inches by 12 inches. So it should be a good height for the dolls. My poster board measures 22 by 28 inches. This is a thin poster board, so I'm going to fold it in half and double it, apply glue, and stick the 2 sides together. Remove the pages that we want from the calendar and glue them onto the poster board. Glue the other one next to it. I did end up with a crease in the sky. We can probably go in with a little paint and try to add some more blue sky. I also extended it onto the black poster board. Paint a few clouds to cover the center seam and try to make it look like one large picture. Then we can flip it over to the back and add a different scene. Then I fold over and glue together a few layers of poster board to make a place where we can store our backdrops. We can add scrapbook paper to one side, then prop up our backdrop to make a spot where we can take a few photos. And we can flip it around when we want a different view, then close and store it away when we're done. Our striped fabric is now dry. I ironed it again with a thin cloth on top, Some of the white paint is visible on the other side, so I'm going to line the inside with more fabric. This fabric measures 18 by 21 inches. I turn the fabric over so the good side is facing down. Then let's use a ruler to plan out a design. I draw a line near the edge, then measure over 6 inches, and draw a line that's 11.5 inches, making a large rectangle. Repeat so we have 3 side by side. I draw a 6-inch square above the center rectangle, and it should look like this. Add a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance going all the way around, so it kinda looks like this. Carefully cut on the outside line, and we have the basic shape for our tent. At the very bottom, I'm going to zigzag stitch the edge using a sewing machine. Then I fold it over about a 1/4 of an inch and sew a straight line. We can use a needle and thread or a sewing machine. I open another orange fabric and I iron it flat. Zigzag stitch the bottom edge, then fold over and hem it with a straight stitch. Lay the solid fabric with the good side facing up. Place the striped fabric on top with the good side facing down. Line up the bottom edge, then sew on the line. We can use pins to help hold the 2 pieces of fabric in place. I place my pins on the unpainted areas, then we can sew directly on the line. I just sewed around the outside, trim off the excess, and now that I'm looking at it, I think it might be a little tall for our scene. Here it is next to a standard Barbie with flat feet. It's right at the top of her head, and I don't think we need it to be that tall, because I want to be able to see a lot of the structure when the doll is sitting down. And if my backdrop is only 12 inches, I'll need it to be a little shorter. However, you can keep yours taller if you like. I'm going to take 1.5 inches off the bottom. So I drew a line, and then we're just going to trim it. Then hem the edges again. Cut the corners at the top to release the tension. Flip it inside out. Fold over the sides and make a crease. Then sew a top stitch along the crease. Repeat so there is a visible center rectangle. Then take the square at the top and sew this side to this side. Let's just fold it over and match up the edges. Then use a ladder stitch or a blind stitch to sew them together. One side done, one to go. Once both sides have been sewn, let's take thin cardboard. We can use a trifold from Dollar Tree and cut rectangles to fit inside of the 3 pockets at the bottom. This will add strength to the 3 walls so it can stand. We can also use clear plastic from packaging, allowing us to recycle some plastic from doll boxes. Here it is standing up. My doll can easily sit inside and get a little shade. Let's take the piece we cut from the bottom and draw a few lines. I drew a line 3/4 of an inch from the top, going all the way across. Then I added trapezoids about every 3 inches. We already have 2 layers of fabric here, and they are good side to good side. Now I'm going to sew on the outer line. Trim off the excess, cut out the triangles, flip it inside out. I ironed it flat and folded over the top. Sewed a straight line going across, then sew or glue it around the top edge. And I think it looks pretty good. And now it is totally ready for the dolls to spend a day at the beach. And when it's time to put it away, it just folds up for easy storage. I have some leftover fabric that we can use to make a few cushions, or at least somewhere to sit. I was able to cut 5.5 inch wide pieces. I'm going to sew them together by laying them good side to good side, line up the raw edges, and sew a straight stitch, giving us a longer piece. Repeat for the solid color. Lay them good side to good side, matching up the seam. Let's add a layer of felt, sew around the edge, leaving an opening. Flip it inside out between the layers of fabric. Sew the opening closed. Sew a top stitch right across the center on the seam, then bend it to make a cushion. Use leftover fabric to make a quick pillow so everything matches. If the dolls want to sit up, we can take cardboard, cut 2 pieces. I have a rectangle that is 6 by 11 inches and one that is 5 by 5 inches. Cover them with scrapbook paper, Glue the smaller one onto the larger one at an angle. Cut and cover another piece of cardboard and glue it in the back for support. Take some of those wooden cubes from Dollar Tree and cover them with the paper. Glue them underneath for a little lift to make a lounge chair that can fit inside of the tent, giving the dolls the perfect space to relax. Now they can go down to the water or curl up and read. Thank you for joining us while we made the dolls a place to relax by the beach, using a few things from the dollar store. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!